Joining me on the line, I don't know how else to say this. His name is Kurt. He works up in Ames, and we're friends on Facebook, Kurt. You had a very interesting picture earlier today, did you not?
I did, B-sox.
There's no other way to say this. You put up pictures of Bigfoot tracks on your Facebook today.
Correct.
In Ames, Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, let's go through this. Is this a joke? Like, is this something to get attention? Is this something to, whatever? Did you legitimately find these, or are they fake?
I'll tell you what, B-sox, right now, I've always believed in there's something else out there, UFOs and all that stuff, but to actually walk out of your warehouse door 2 feet and actually see what I seen today just blew me away. I mean, no, I'm not making it up.
Okay.
I don't want attention by no means. So
yeah, well, that's why we're only using your first name and all that. But if you want to see the picture, Kurt graciously gave us access to the picture. It's up at the website, kggo.com. But needless to say, it looks like a big barefoot foot, right?
Correct, with toes.
With toes. It just happens to be like, I think you said the shoe print beside it is a size 13, right?
Yes, I got a tape measure and actually went out and measured it, and it measured 17 inches long by 7 inches wide, so it's pretty good size.
Wow.
And you can tell by the indentation it had quite the weight to it also. I mean, it went clear to the ground, to the dirt, to the soil, whatever. I mean, no human could, it's big, whatever it is.
I'm having trouble coming up with the questions for this because you think of how absurd it sounds to say you found a Bigfoot track in Ames, and not just in Ames. We're not going to say exactly where you work, but if you know where Lincoln Way is, close to the interstate, you're over there.
Yes, I can see the I-35 from where I work.
There is a patch of trees on the other side of the interstate from you, but it's not like you're in heavy forest or anything like that, right?
Correct. Nope, I'm in residential, just on the edge here, and this is a heavy deer population. Like there's hardly a day I go by and not see a deer, so there is a lot of deer around here. I mean, a lot. So I don't know what they eat or what this creature is, but
now let me ask you this. Okay, let me ask you this. Where you're at, it's kind of an industrial park. There's some other buildings around you. Like, do you guys play pranks on each other? Like, the business across the way or behind you? Is there any history of that to where it may be these guys messing with you guys, or?
Well, I work really early in the morning.
Okay.
I get here about 4:30 in the morning, and there's nobody out around our building. I mean, it's dead,
Yeah.
around me. So for somebody to play a prank and actually make it look like that, I don't know why they think we'd even be out there. But I can explain why we went out there and found them. But for somebody to play a prank, nah.
Okay.
No.
Kurt, he's one of my friends on Facebook, apparently found Bigfoot tracks out around his work up in Ames, Iowa, of all places. How do you like that as that's what you're known as, Kurt the Bigfoot guy?
Oh, God. Sometimes when I got to looking at it and how I found out, my buddy, where we work gets a little warm, so we just cracked that side door open, and go stand out there and cool off for a little bit. And
yeah.
He yelled at me and says, "Hey, come here, look at these. I found some big tracks." I'm like, "Oh, it's probably just the guys that do snow removal back there,
yeah,
with their boots on, scooping." And
okay.
Now I walked out there and I'm like, "Holy smokes, this has got toes."
Now, could it be one of those guys maybe messing around?
No.
Okay, all right. My next question is, where did the tracks go around the building?
There's some tracks on the other side also, but I couldn't get a good picture because the glare off the sun, it just wouldn't show up.
Okay.
So the tracks that were really visible was on the left side of the building, and they were going out towards the I-35. So we're hoping when the supervisor gets back, we can catch a glimpse on our security camera.
Okay, and now off the air, you were telling me that the supervisor's out of town, going to be back later on this week, so you might have an answer, right?
Correct. I will definitely update everybody so I don't look crazy or anything. So
that's the worst thing about this, right? You see something. Like, I've seen some really weird things, out paranormal hunting and just out in general. And you think about trying to tell other people what you saw, and you're like, I'm going to be the crazy person.
Why me?
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched all the videos. You see the videos. You've seen all the tracks people post. But actually go out and look at it in real life I'm just blown away. I'm speechless. Right now, I got goosebumps over it.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I don't know, Kurt, are you into hunting or anything?
Not just morel mushroom hunting and fishing, that type of hunting. But
I was going to try and see if the tracks seemed new or if they'd been there a little bit. I mean, it snowed, on Sunday, right?
Correct. So we believe that those tracks took place in the last couple days.
Okay, so it would have had to be. I mean, snow ended, here probably about 4 or 5, somewhere in that area, 3, 4, or 5. I can't remember.
Yeah.
So up until Tuesday. What time did you guys find them today?
8:00 this morning.
Okay, so in between, like a little more than 24 hours in there, probably about 36 hours, something made those tracks.
That's what we were thinking.
Wow.
That's what we got it calculated to. So.
Okay, let me ask you this, Kurt, because I know you just got off work, probably want to get home and stuff. But what if they pull up the video and it's something you guys can't believe?
We've been talking about it all day since we've seen those tracks. Like I said, it's just unbelievable. And if we actually caught it on our camera, oh boy. I don't know what to say.
Okay, there's a couple things that could happen here. One, it could legitimately be a prank. Someone pranked you guys in that amount of time, right?
These day and age, anything could happen.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Yeah, it could be a prank.
But that's the thing that it always is. It's like, what if you do catch something? Like, what if you pull up this video and it's something you can't explain?
Right. How do you take that,
Well, it means I was the first to interview you guys.
You're right.
means I've got a spot on Discovery or Travel Channel,
right?
Or something.
It's always about what if. Yeah, I can't answer that right now. What if I do? I don't know.
Well, that's what a couple of my buddies that took me on a Bigfoot hunt out by Saylorville. It really came up, and it's like, okay, what if you do find Bigfoot out in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night? What do you think's going to happen? Well, let's take him down.
Yeah, right.
I mean, what if he decides to put up a fight?
I don't think it'd be any good.
Well, Kurt, definitely let us know what's going on with this. This is nuts, man. I really can't believe it. Like, there's part of me that's like, okay, it has to be a prank. Straight up with you. There's part of me that's legitimately what I think, that it's gotta be. But there's that part of me that it's like, oh, what's that?
I'm hoping it is, because I want to know the truth, but I don't. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm leading to. It's like, what if you guys find something? Because you could be the guys on the Discovery Channel on one of the 18 million different paranormal shows, or Travel Channel or something.
Right. We're talking about that today. Is like, wow, we'd be a sensation over this one.
I will tell you this. I will tell you this right now, though. If this does turn into something and you get to go on one of those shows, you make sure that they tell the story exactly the way that you tell it.
Right.
Because I know too many people that have gone on some of these shows and their stories have been absolutely turned around.
Right.
So that's my piece of advice. Kurt, thank you so much for the story, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, no